Good morning, this is Cecil in Blues. Thank you for joining me for this brief Final Fantasy XIV video. The brightest headline from today is the reveal of Stormblood's main theme, the song Revolutions. It's another soaring anthem featuring Susan Calloway. The song itself is excluded from the material usage license, so I can't give you a taste here. But before you rush off to the official Final Fantasy XIV YouTube channel to watch the video, be warned it features chronologically ordered Stormblood cutscenes telegraphing the level 60 through level 70 main story beats. I have absorbed these spoilers into my body, shielding you from this terrible burden. But it's a very pretty song. If you'd like to give it a listen, you should minimize the window while you do so. Do not open Pandora's box, only sadness is inside. Another piece of information that you may find useful is the location of the new North American servers. People who know a lot more about how the internet works than I do have performed some sort of wizardry and trace routed them to Sacramento, California. The previous server location was on the East Coast, so depending on where you live, your experience may be positively or negatively affected by this move. Hopefully, the new hardware improves the experience for all players to a degree that offsets any increased ping players on the East Coast are going to experience. I will put a link to the thread in the official forums where this was discussed in the video description. A new dev blog popped up today, and it showed off a few quality of life improvements coming with the release of Stormblood. It will be possible to drag main menu items directly onto your action bar without resorting to macro shenanigans. When you are flying, you will no longer have to manually land before interacting with an object or NPC. If you are below a certain altitude, you will be able to click on the object or NPC and your mount will automatically descend and land and initiate the action. Debuffs that can be cleansed with Asuna have been given a new graphic to help distinguish them from uncleansable effects. This simple white bar is going to help healers spot dispellable effects faster, especially if they use the party list as their primary source of information. Sure, buffs point up and debuffs point down, but those icons are super small and some of us have really thick glasses. I'm not going to suggest that this is the single greatest change coming to the UI in Stormblood, but it's probably in the top 5. If you have a minion summoned when you log out, that same minion will automatically return to your side when you log back in. And finally, if you are sitting or lying down when accepting a dungeon queue, you will automatically return in that state. I mean, I suppose that's important. These are just 5 changes coming in the 4.0 patch, and I'm sure there are going to be many more exciting and many more mundane ones hiding in the patch notes, and we'll get to see those next month. We should hopefully get a preview of some of the combat UI changes mentioned back at the Las Vegas Fan Fest during this weekend's live letter. As a final piece of news, you may have noticed some big names have been awfully quiet today. The US community team appears to be hosting a preview event for a select few individuals. There should be news and content coming from those folks in line with whatever embargo is set on it. I selfishly hope that it's nothing too exciting though, because I'm not going to report on third-hand information, but if it's really cool, I'd want to talk about it. Ah, the humanity. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today. I know it's been a lonely 48 hours for the North American fans. Did anyone take my advice and play Cosmic Star Heroine? If you're still looking for something to do this evening, Cosmic Star Heroine's a little bit long for that, but I hear that the Sexy Brutale is a great little puzzle RPG that you can beat in under 5 hours. Make sure to follow this channel to be notified when new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Twitter at itsboats for hot takes on how bad Northern Lion is at playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Remember, those who can't teach, and those who can't teach make snarky comments on Twitter to their contemporary betters.